12 years ago, Chris Fisher was interning at a local TV station with the hope of someday landing an announcing job in professional sports. Fisher did exactly that, and it's no surprise at all to those who know his story.
I think you definitely have a moment where you sort of take a step back and say, Am I really in the NBA? Is this really what I'm doing this soon?
Chris Fisher is just 34 years old, and he stands in the same fraternity as broadcasting legends like Marv Albert, Hot Rod Hundley, and Chick Hearn.
Welcome inside the arena, everybody. Alongside my broadcast partner, Michael Cage. I'm Chris Fisher. And
He became the youngest full-time TV play-by-play announcer in the NBA when the Oklahoma City Thunder hired him this past summer. They took a gamble on the kid from Santa Rosa, whose resume was a little lighter than many of the other candidates.
Follows his miss and puts it back in.
You always are kind of sending your stuff out and seeing if you can get any bites, and lo and behold, you get a call from an NBA team, and you certainly don't shut the door.
Fisher got the bug for sports broadcasting listening to John Miller call Giants games. In fact, his first love was baseball, and he cut his teeth in the minor leagues before landing the USC basketball radio job in 2010, mixing in a few regional TV opportunities along the way.
Every time that I've thought I've had my career figured out, it's always taken a dramatic left turn.
Dramatic left turns have defined Chris Fisher's life. On TV, you would never know that he was once paralyzed from the neck down after a brutal car accident. But his walk into the arena tells a much different story.
So 17 years ago, I was 17 and a junior in high school at Cardinal Newman. Me and a couple buddies were driving back from one house to another and out on the country road in between Petaluma and Rohnert Park.
It happened here on Chileno Valley Road in 2001. No alcohol or drugs were involved, just too much speed as Fisher sat in the passenger seat.
Couldn't handle the left turn and the car flipped into a ditch and pancaked on top of me. And I broke my neck, damaged my spinal cord at C5, C6, and was paralyzed from the neck down. Couldn't move, couldn't feel a thing, and that was the new reality for a 17-year-old teenager.
All the way to the hospital, I was just praying, no, please don't let it be true, don't let it be true.
Leslie Fisher remembers an active, sports-loving son, and that memory faded in a split second. And as he was airlifted to the hospital, one question loomed large.
Well, I was asking anybody that would listen to me, will I ever walk again, will I ever walk again? Most of the people that I asked said anything from no to we don't know.
The outlook was ominous, and even a visit from Joe Montana could not mask the pain of Fisher's new reality. That was until some slight movement in his thumb, an encouraging moment that propelled months of physical therapy.
So do us a favor, Chris, try to keep your head up.
His dad documenting every milestone on camera, including the emotional day when Fisher realized walking was a reality.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Hey, Chris, you're going to be really glad I taped this.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let me tell you, it's a lot easier to learn how to walk the first time.
He spent only 7 months in a wheelchair.
Just amazing. And then the day he took off in my car to drive somewhere, the first time was like, oh God, thank you.
The first time that I got out of my wheelchair and actually went in public with a walker, it was to a movie. And I mean, I must have looked like a 80-year-old grandpa walking into this movie, but I was 17 at the time, and I was proud as can be walking in, and that was it. And from that, I went to a cane, and I still walk with a cane to this day.
Struggled over time with that three-point shot, and they go right back into Adams.
Fisher realized that if he could teach himself to walk again, he could teach himself how to be a broadcaster.
Welcome to NATO Field for Pac-10 action between the University of Washington Huskies and the University of Southern California Trojans.
Calling USC football games on the student radio station was just the beginning.
What do the Thunder have to do here tonight to exploit that Warriors' weakness?
And as serendipity would have it, Fisher's first night on the job as a big-time NBA announcer happened back in the Bay Area. His OKC partner, Michael Cage, says he fits in well.
The challenges of this job, the travel, the game, the practices, hey man, that dude is up and at it.
Now for the second consecutive game.
If Chris Fisher could call his improbable path to the NBA, it would be a couple of slam dunk plays, hard work, and just a little bit of luck. been a winning combination more than once.
And you literally go from having to relearn how to go to the bathroom on your own without getting help, to being able to brush your teeth on your own, to being able to feed yourself on your own. I mean, that's the reality of having a spinal cord injury, when you can't move your hands and you can't move your arms and you can't feel and you need 24/7 care. In essence, I got to get out of jail free card.